Every time someone comments on one of your YouTube videos, it enhances the search ranking of that video in YouTube's algorithm. Typically, the first question in response to that statement is how many views is a comment worth? The consensus among YouTubers is that a comment is worth approximately 100 views. The difference is for a business that's trying to take over organic video search results on Google, each comment can be worth potentially thousands of views. And what we've done in the past to demonstrate this is to do a comment rally on Facebook, utilizing a share of a YouTube video. And we put the video up against a competing video that had hundreds of thousands of more views. And the channel had 1.3 million subscribers. The SEO optimization was fairly on point. And what we needed to do was see how powerful the comments would be in that situation. The comment rally generated about 36 comments, which was enough to push that video, which had only 5,000 views, to the #1 organic search result. So it becomes quite obvious that comments are a critical part to your channel's success, especially from a business perspective. Now today I want to show you an example of what we do with business channels to help initiate discussion, provide content-directed traffic, and also give the channel's video an initial search rank boost. Now the example we're going to be showing you today is geared for businesses, where consistency, familiarity are beneficial. If you're a YouTube personality or a vlogger, this type of format is going to need to be altered to be more dynamic, more creative. So with that in mind, let's talk about this and let's get into edit mode so you can see what's going on. The first line of this pinned comment is going to be basically a copy and paste of the title. And then the only exception is you add a asterisk to the beginning of the B and an asterisk to the end of the S in this particular example, so that this statement is bold. An asterisk before and after a particular statement will bold that statement. Now the second line is sometimes considered the 6th hashtag. And the reason why they call it that is you're only allowed to have 5 hashtags in the description area, which you should be taking advantage of fully. And this pinned comment allows you to put a 6th. And the 6th hashtag, or the hashtag that goes inside the comment area, is supposed to be geared specifically for the video that you're demonstrating. So in this example, it would be something regarding YouTube channel basics, so YouTube 101. If you were selling a particular product, you would mention the product in there. If you were selling oranges, you could put hashtag orange sales or orange trees or whatever. But this hashtag is supposed to be very specific to the product or service that's mentioned in the video. Now the third line is an engagement line. It's basically an italicized sentence. It can be 2 sentences, which I recommend. The first statement is going to be a question that engages the viewer to comment. Something like, what do you think about the product? Do you have any questions about the product, and whatnot? Now the second part of the statement is supposed to be either a question or a statement, and it's going to be a leading question or a guiding statement to get them to click the link below. So one thing that people do traditionally is say, would you be interested in purchasing this product? And then down below in this line, you would have the link to purchase the product. Now, speaking of this line, the beginning of the line is a descriptor for the link. So in this case, it's pretty straightforward. It's a Facebook page. So you just put FB page, and then we put the asterisks on each end of that statement to bold it. And then there's an emoji, just for the sake of having emojis. Since they're full color, they catch people's attention. It makes the comment look a little bit more lively. And then you have a link directly to wherever you want them to go. Now, one of the obvious benefits to doing a pinned post, or pinned comment, excuse me, is to be able to put links that people see without having to hit the show more button. There's some statistics out there that suggest that only 1 in 3 people of your viewers are actually going to hit the show more button. So by including a pinned comment, you have a chance of further conveying information, links, different things you want the viewer to be aware of, without them having to hit the show more button. And this is why the first link in the description, or the second line, or the first link that is, in the description area is the Facebook group. And then in the comment area, we have the Facebook page. You could mix this up any way you like, but generally speaking, this gives you 2 exposed links. Now remember, when you're doing this for business, it's a completely different system than what you're doing for a traditional YouTube channel. Because as a business, you're trying to sell a product or service. And as a YouTube personality or a vlogger, you're trying to make money off of YouTube or sponsorship or whatever it is your revenue flow is. So this is the basics of formatting a comment. So let's wrap this video up discussing the moderation of comments. Your notifications section in your settings area is going to determine how effectively you're alerted to people's comments. So be careful when you're choosing these settings that you don't accidentally shut off something that's going to notify you of a comment. Now, with that in mind, the cell phone app for YouTube is somewhat of a hit and a miss. There's a lot of reasons why this is. It could be firmware updates, it could be application updates, it might be Android versus iOS, but I get a lot of complaints from clients that the comments are not being properly pushed to them or emailed to them in some cases. So this could be the app, it could be a user issue, but for the most part, if you're serious about YouTube, you're probably gonna have to break down and use a computer. If you want to make sure that you always have control and engagement with your community, it's going to be a little more effective, I believe, on a computer than using strictly a phone or a smart device. That's just my opinion. If you look at the comments moderation sections for the new YouTube Creator Studio and the classic Creator Studio, they're very, very similar. The classic Creator Studio has the comment section under the Community tab, while the new Creator Studio has the comment section in plain sight. And they're, for the most part, identical. When you click on the three dots, which is the action menu, you can choose to remove a comment, report it for spam, hide the user from the channel, always approve comments from that user, or add that user as a comment moderator. The last two sections are important for businesses because a lot of businesses I work with have moderation turned on for comments because they don't want competitors or Amazon sellers to spam links to buy the product that the person's trying to sell in their comment section. You don't want to have spam popping up on a business channel that's going to steal sales potentially from you or say something disparaging about you. This isn't really a platform for exercising different creative beliefs. This is a business, so comment moderation is part of the course. Now, when you look at the classic Creator Studio, everything that you want to do that's in the action menu is underneath the flag. So under the flag, you'll see report spam, hide the user, always approve, or create a comment moderator out of that individual. Now, I would suggest comment moderators are very useful. In the beginning, what you'll probably be doing mostly is always approving comments from your friends, family, coworkers, people that you're familiar with. And if you like somebody's particular comment, you can approve them for consistent approval. And when you look at the actual replies that you're making, the trick with replies is to make sure that you like and reply. And this will give the person who commented a double notification. In other words, they'll get two notifications from your channel, which gives you a better chance of getting engagement in some cases. At least you'll be more visible in case that person has a lot of notifications, which a lot of people do, sort of like Facebook. And then I would hold off on the heart till the next week. And what this does is it gives you one last opportunity to give them a notification about something regarding your channel. Because if you give them the heart right away, even if you love the comment, you've basically exhausted all your opportunities to engage with them off channel. In other words, they're not going to get very many more notifications from you unless they've subscribed and they've turned notifications on. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know and I will be happy to get back to you. Other than that, best of luck.